Welcome to the 4th episode of Thank God For Success. This week what we're going to be talking about, right? I gotta pull this up again because it's so critical for me to have, because I did my homework on it and it just feels good because it's something that I'm talking about and I feel great about. And this week what we've been talking about is look for alternative solutions, right? Last week we were talking about controlling those situations, right? Controlling yourself, controlling your emotions. What you bring in is what you bring out, right? And this week what we're going to be talking about. Number 2 is look for the alternative solutions, right? And everybody has those solutions, right? You have those different opportunities, you have those different paths which you can take, but it depends on what you're doing, right? And it depends on the situation. If you're caught up in the wrong mix and with the wrong people, you're going to choose the wrong path. It's time to make your change. Time to make yourself a change. Time to make yourself changing yourself every single day to day out, man. And you gotta change the situations what you put yourself in. So every day you have to step out for a while, then by all means you gotta step out. Because you gotta create those atmospheres, those situations where they're gonna be benefiting you for the rest of your life. You can't just be looking at those situations what may benefit you today. You're gonna be looking at today, tomorrow, the next day, and you're gonna put yourself in those situations day in and day out. That's why it's so critical for yourself to do that, because if you're not doing that, if you're not, first off, controlling yourself, like I said, if you're not controlling yourself, then controlling those situations, right, you're never going to find that place of happiness, find the place of success. And you gotta work for it every single week, right? Every single week's a new week. Every single week is going to bring you something different, something new, something exciting. But you got to search it. Yeah, you heard me. You got to search it. You're not going to just find it by just looking around it. You got to put research. You got to put time in. You cannot just think that if you're going to put 10 minutes in, you're going to find it. You got to put in maybe an hour or 45 minutes every single day. If you want to find the research, you got to dig for it, man. You got to dig for it. You got to stay up on it. You cannot just say, because maybe I didn't find it this day, right? I'm not going to find it tomorrow. I'm not going to find it the next day. You got to have the mentality to say, if I don't find it today, I'm going to find it tomorrow. You know why? Because I know I'm going to work and strive for it every single day to put myself at that advantage. Alright, here's another thing is that creating those situations that benefit you, man. Benefit those people around you. Benefit your family. Benefit your friends. Benefit you at school and learning. It's critical for you to learn. Critical for you to get your education. It's critical for you to graduate high school. Critical for you to graduate college. Because if you're not graduating any of those, you're not going to have the great chances, right? You're going to be missing out those opportunities, and that's what I'm talking about. That's that controlling yourself, right? You're controlling those options, and now it's controlling about those situations, what you put yourself in. And if you put yourself in those right situations, you're going to be finding yourself in a way happier place, right? You're going to be finding yourself, you're going to be doing things easier. You're going to be more happy. You're going to be more relaxed. And that's a great feeling coming from day in and day out. Feeling more relaxed, feeling happy, enjoying life. That's the main thing. You got to enjoy life. Yeah, it's the main thing. You heard me. Enjoying life is critical. You don't want a job which you're going to be miserable. You don't want to wake up for. You want to find that job which you want to do day in and day out. You're going to be looking forward to it. You're going to be happy. You're going to want to go to that job throughout that week. You're not just going to be like, man, I don't want to go there this week. I'm just going to walk off, right? You got to be saying, this job today is what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. I want to be walking in there happy. I want to be walking in there with that attitude saying, this is what I got to get done. And you're creating those situations, but you don't even know it. Because you're looking at the law of attraction, right? We're going to be talking about that later, the law of attraction. But that's playing a huge role in your life, but you don't even understand, you don't even know that it's there. You got to start taking those opportunities up. But not every opportunity is going to be the right opportunity. So it's very critical for those situations. You better study. You better look at those situations, those options. You got to weigh them out and say, what is the right path? It might take a day, it might take a couple of days, it might take a week. But once you find the right situation, you're going to be happy with it for the rest of your life. And that's the main thing, being happy. Being critical, and if you're not happy, what's the point of you doing it, right? You got to start being happy. And creating those situations, like I said, was creating those situations that really benefit you. Looking for those alternative solutions that can help you, and if you got to walk away from those bad things, walk away, because you're not going to be creating those positive things, those good things for you to be successful. And if you want to be successful, you got to walk away from the bad and go to the good. You heard me. You gotta walk away from the bad and go to the good. You gotta look at that situation and say, you know what, maybe these people don't like me. I don't care. You know why? Because I'm doing it not for them. I'm doing it for myself. I'm making these situations or solutions my own solution. I'm not looking for their help. I'm not looking for their thoughts on it. You gotta start to say, these are my thoughts. This is what I want to do. And when you say that, you're making those opportunities, those solutions, and you're gonna see yourself being happier. You can't always depend on everybody else. You gotta start depending on yourself. Because once you're in that real world, you're not gonna be looking for other people's help. You're gonna be saying, this is what I gotta do. And if this is what I have to do, then you gotta do it, and you gotta put it in your own tank. And you gotta say, what's gonna benefit me more? And you gotta look at what's gonna make you happy, what's gonna make you successful, what's gonna make you a better person, what can benefit your family, your friends, your school, right? And if you gotta work at it, working's the main thing. If you don't wanna work, then why try, right? Like I always say, working's gonna pay off, right? It may not be today, tomorrow, this week, or next week. Man, in the long run, if you do it every single day, you know, for that 24 hours, and if you wake up early, or you go to bed late, you put in that time, and you're going to find it. But you got to really search for it, right? And I'm searching for it, and I'm digging, and I'm pulling it out right now, and I'm making my dreams come true, because you know what? I've been doing my research. I've been watching motivational videos for years, and I've been posting on Facebook, right? And I've been doing things big. And once I decided, I posted, what should I do? And I said, should I make my own motivational videos, right? First big step. That was a huge thing. I first said, I'm going to do it. And then I wrote it down. And then I thought on it, what my video name's going to be. Once I thought of Thank God for Success, it all came together. And once I made my first video, I feel like I nailed it. And now over time, I'm going to be better at it. Over time, it's going to get better. You know, I'll get nicer cameras. I'll get newer things, right? But for right now, I got to work with what I got. And I don't care, it's like that quality versus quantity time, and that's like those solutions, like those different paths. You're either successful or you're not. You want to be successful, you got to put that hard work in, you know. And it's not over. If today's a bad day, tomorrow's going to be a good day. You just got to look at all the positive things, right? You got to start looking at everything, every single thing as a positive thing, and those positive solutions. Well, maybe went wrong yesterday, you can do right tomorrow. You got to work at it and start looking at the positive things. So that's for this week. Alright, for next week, alright, we got something big, right? We got delete the situation, what gives you tension. And we're going to be looking at that, and we're going to be talking about it, and really defining what gives you tension, and you got to get rid of it, alright? So you got to start working this week, all week, those 7 days, and think about what I said to make you more successful. And, you know, I'm going to be doing it too. It's not just for you guys. I'm really going to put in my time now that I understand the first one, going on the second one. Now I'm going to start working on the second one, and I'm going to build on to the third one. So by next week, you're going to be seeing me, and I'm going to be already knowing what I'm going to be talking about, because you know what? I'm going to do my homework. That's what you guys got to do. You got to do your homework. So I'm done talking, right? And I'm out. You're going to make the best of your life. You're going to make the rest of your life the best of your life, right? And you got to start looking at those opportunities, and don't miss out on those opportunities. It's very critical for you. And you gotta try, and you gotta want that success, man. And don't ever give up on your dreams, cause you can get there one day, but you gotta put in that hard time. And I'm done talking, right? And you gotta start looking at the situations, alright? So make this week your week. Win the week. Win the month, right? This month's almost over, and you gotta win it, right? Alright, so I'll see you guys next week.